All right, everybody, we're going to be jumping into this MotoStars video. This is a brand new one. So we got some crashes and close calls. We have some cornering crashes, side of the vehicle crash at an intersection. This guy seems to be going pretty fast. Maybe he's got motion blur. But the point of this is that we're going to be utilizing the plan method. So position for safety, locate, assess, and navigate. So we want to put ourselves in a good position for safety. So let's not go super fast because now we're in a position for unsafety, if that's a word, but danger, basically, if we're going super fast. So if we want to locate hazards, so corners, intersections, definitely, we're going to probably maybe see open lane pattern, maybe a side of the vehicle. That's going to be a pattern that we're going to be looking for, assessing if those are relevant threats, and then navigating those active threats. So navigating that active threat is going to be emergency swerve, emergency acceleration, or emergency braking. The goal is to put ourselves back into a new position for safety, and it's this constant loop of scanning and being able to observe what's happening. So right now, let's go and take a look at this video.
Hello everyone.
So we're going pretty fast.
Test video for you.
Somehow we're going 50 miles an hour on the speedo. Maybe he made a change on it, but here's our buddy getting super low, dropping the bike, crashing. So good job on the rider that is filming, that didn't panic with the brakes. So good job with the progressive emergency braking. So that was really good for them. But now our buddy crashed. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna try to rescue as best we can. So his foot is gonna be stuck. That's gonna be super hot. So take your hands right off. Yep. Burned his hands a little bit. So be careful what you're grabbing also, because you don't want to burn your hands. He's probably gonna check and see. I like the music. Good job. Yep. Burned his hands a little bit on the exhaust. It might be the tachometer. So go ahead and sit him down. Very good. So he's guarding his left leg, so his left knee. So when we talk about mechanism of injury, when he fell down to the left, he probably smashed his left knee. So not too concerned. The only thing I'm really concerned about it is when it comes to, let's take that off, is any major bleed. So if he's bleeding out, you want to go ahead and stop that bleeding. So you can either do direct pressure, apply a tourniquet, and there's certain areas on the body that you can pack the wound. Let's see. He's just wearing sweats. That's not going to be helpful. We're in the crash. All right, let's take a look at what happened here. So we're going pretty fast with our buddies. And he's going to go ahead and lean it pretty far down. Let's take a look at his lean angle. So he's going to lean pretty far down. He's pretty decent body positioning. I mean, his upper body's not leaning into it. So the bike is still going to do that, or still going to stay a little bit upright, but not the most. And then we lost traction. So he probably, I can't see his hand. So when we get up to this point, it's a very sharp turn because of the chevron. We're putting in a lot of speed. We're doing our best with the body positioning to keep the bike more upright so we have more traction on the tires. But maybe, this is what I'm saying, is that because the front end falls out. So maybe he was going a little too fast and panicked a little bit and slammed that front brake. And so in the middle of a turn, especially at these speeds, especially when we're trying our best and we slam the front brake, we're going to lose traction on that front tire, which is going to cause a dump. So there's that left leg impact on the ground. This is why we have motorcycle gear. So as smart riders, we're acquiring and using personal protective equipment. And you have knee armor, and it's going to hopefully mitigate some of that injury. It's going to be on the front of the knee, so maybe the side of the knee is not going to do too much, but still, if your knee is going to roll over and hit the top, you don't want to break a patella. And then his left shoulder, same thing. So who knows if he has actual motorcycle gear underneath that jacket.
Oh my God.
But highly recommend wearing gear. But good job. I want to point out, though, a positive thing is that this motorcycle rider with the camera didn't panic also. So good job with the progressive braking.
Out then, try it safe.
Sees it. Good job with the brakes. But wear gear, everybody. You know, gloves and full face, that's one thing. Don't grab the exhaust, you burn your hand. And then let's move on to the next one. Let's take a look. It's another sharp left turn coming up. Buddy went off the road. Didn't seem like we're going too fast. But you see their body angle, maybe they were going pretty fast. Either way, he went off the road. So maybe target fixated on the problem, not the solution. And then just went a little bit wide. So going a little too fast. Remember, your position for safety is determined by what you're doing. Too high of a speed, bad lane positioning, all that stuff. So he's doing pretty fine. He's walking. Bike is a little damaged. Hopefully it's just the turn signal, not much when it comes to the shifter.
Bike's good again.
Let's see. All right, there it is. All right, moving on. Okay, when we talked about open lane pattern, I don't know if this is what's going to happen, but I don't know if this person wants to be stuck behind this person. And he sees this huge open lane. This person sees it to the left. sees that there's no one there, probably going to switch over. Doesn't check the blind spot. We're not in the blind spot. This is actually a pretty good space cushion because we're riding staggered. So this is like the space cushion. Riding staggered. And this is why you ride staggered in a group ride. If somebody has to swerve hard, you don't get hit. But let's see what happens. Maybe we creep up into the blind spot. You guys see this when you're out riding and you're out driving, right? Let's see it one more time. Happens. So whenever I get close to me or close to somebody, I just either accelerate past or I just stay in this staggered position. All right, we're going pretty fast here. We got a crest of the hill. You see how the hill kind of disappears?
Again, the main reason
or the road disappears? Sharp turn to the right. It's blind. Okay. He slowed down before, and that's nice. You can see what's happening over here with all the road. Oh, mechanical failure or something? You see how the bike was just like doing this? I wonder what happened. Chain? Maybe grab the front brake a little bit hard. What do you guys think happened in the chat? Let's go ahead and watch it one more time. What do you think happened? Because we make this. So what I was saying here, crest of the hill, you see how the road disappears because you're going over a hill. You don't know if it turns left or right unless you have your GPS, which is why I like having my GPS. I have a rock form mount. So I have my GPS, so I know if there's a turn, especially if I can't see. How you doing, exposed moto?
Moments in this episode,
so he slowed down. That's good.
The main reason this rider went.
So right here, he's maintaining speed, and it's a blind corner, but he does slow down.
Fortunately, thanks to the right gear, he came out of it.
Then he speeds up when he sees. That's really good. That's good.
Fine.
And what I was saying here is that you can see all the road. You know there's no traffic and everything. So yeah, if you want to increase speed, that's perfectly fine because you can actually see what's happening. So I'm wondering why he crashed, though. You see the bike jostle. So that part, he slams the brakes. Was there road debris? You guys see that? You see like a little bump right there in the road? Is there another one? Maybe he hit a rock. You see the little dots on the road? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he might have hit a rock. You see the little dot next to the windshield right here? So they're road debris. And then when you can see the road debris. He probably hit something. And then when he gets to the point where he loses controls, he slams the brake. So a good thing to point out here, and I see it in the chat already, Missy. You pointed it out. I was going to say it because this is something that can happen. The shading from the trees will hide road debris. Yeah, he hit road debris. Okay. And then right here, it's like a panic, and then we slam the brakes. Okay. So watch out for that. Watch out for road debris. Watch out if you see the shading. Be very careful with that. And if it does happen, that's the thing. Sometimes this happens. In a car, it's not a big deal, right? We wear protective equipment just in case. Just in case an accident. This is a true accident. In case something happens. Okay, I don't like having stuff on my handlebars because if the wind, like a big lanyard and all that stuff, it can grab things. Like you can grab your hand, you're trying to maneuver. Anyways, be careful with that. Oh, let's go back to that. Oh, what did we do here? We lost traction on that rear tire, but why? I don't see any road debris. Let's see his right foot. I'm going to take a look at his right foot because if the rear traction lost, maybe he slammed that rear brake. So you don't want to keep your foot on the rear brake. You want to keep the heel of your foot on the peg and then reach for the rear brake when you need it. Because if you're in the middle of a turn or whatever, you might accidentally, if you keep it covered, you might accidentally press down. You have a lot more control in your right hand, so you can cover the front brakes, but that could also be an issue. So he lost rear tire traction, but it corrected and he's doing fine. I wonder why, though. Very lucky. And he's talking to Lily on the phone using his Cardo Pack Talk Pro. Link in description for that if you want 10% off. I don't know if actually for the Pro is 10% off, but for the Pack Talk Edge, that's what I have. You can talk on the phone. It's pretty cool. Oh, oh. Very slow. So pretty slow crash. So we need a thumbnail. So he wasn't paying attention. So when we talk about position for safety, locate hazards, assess, navigate. So when we talk about the plan method, he was coming up to the situation pretty like not quick, but faster than he should have because the space cushion is diminishing. So he's coming up to here and he's going to crash right into it. You have an escape right there. You have to aim for it. You have to aim for it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to brake and then hopefully stop in time. We're not cars. We have the ability to do these emergency swerves. So emergency swerve if you have to. So brake as much as you can. You're like, oh crap, I'm not stopping in time. Aim for your escape path. You have to aim for that escape path. Do an emergency swerve. Vacuum fly. The voice is annoying. All right, here we go. Oh, you see that? Think about it. So right at the beginning, he starts wobbling. So maybe there was a mechanical failure, but we definitely went off-road. He's going to keep it up. He's going to keep it up. Hey! At this point, I'd get off the bike and I'd walk down and find my path where I could take the bike back. Or if I had to, I'll go to a different road. But I'm not going to try to like find my path on the bike. I'm going to walk it. I'm going to leave the bike up there, turn it off and all that stuff, and then check the bike as best I can. Got very lucky. Okay, what do we got here?
In this situation, the driver didn't just miss the approaching rider, she didn't even notice the crash she caused. The biker decided to confront her about it.
We're all over the place. We're all over the place on that. We're going pretty fast here. We're jumping lanes. We're going... Hey, you see that. You see that happening.
Chloe, my son, I recorded it.
Okay. Okay, so we're all over the place here. Okay, we're riding a little bit weird. You notice how we're like at an angle even at this light?
Situation, the driver didn't just
Why are we at this angle?
miss the approaching rider.
Okay, now we're in the right lane.
The crash she caused.
We're all over the place.
Confront her about it.
We're going super fast.
Let's express it.
We did a head check right there. So we come up to here. Now it's an intersection. Remember, plan your ride. So locate hazardous situations. We have an intersection. It's a hazardous situation. We have vehicles that want to pull out in front of us. We see the side of the vehicles right here. That's a pattern right there. The sides of the vehicles. We're going to intersect. So let's just slow it down. We're not going to win in a collision when we're on a motorcycle. We're not going to win. Unless you're in a tank or a big truck, you're not going to win. And even then, you don't want to crash. So right here, we could have applied the brakes, and he's aiming to the left. Okay, so you're aiming toward, he's aiming where the vehicle's going. Aim behind the vehicle. So slow it down and then turn right, swerve right, so that you can make it behind the vehicle. So if he just was applying the brakes and was going straight, he probably would not have hit this person. Basically aimed at him.
You knocked me, lady. Over there. Because you knocked me down, you broke my bike.
Okay. All right, here we go. Riding with a group of friends. What do we got here? Oh, it's a club. They don't like it when you pass without getting... We start riding without any issues at first. Yeah. I hate these club rules. If you guys don't know, like these clubs, they're like, you have to get permission from the riding captain or the tail gunner to pass. And then they get mad. It's like they create their own rules for their club that other people are supposed to know. That's really what it is. He's pissed about it. And then the other guy, comes up front to create an issue. Whenever you see club patches with rockers and everything, just stay away from them. Just stay away from them. It's stupid. It's the mongrels. That's a pretty popular club. Maybe he's gonna let him know. No, he's just gonna be angry. Jerk about it. Just let him go. They want to be special. Don't get in between them. Just leave them alone. You don't have to deal with it. I mean, I get it. You might want to know. Can't really hear it, but the one who was talking is telling me that I cut him off while he was the one who was clearly gotten into my lane himself. What a joke. Yeah, it's sure, true. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Not a big deal. Whatever it is. They make it a big deal. You don't have to argue it. It's like an unwritten rule that everyone should know for some reason. Just let them. All right, you'll soon see why it could have ended badly. All right, here we go. We're going 83,
These
6th
riders
gear,
were going
probably
at a safe speed, and that definitely saved them from serious trouble.
doing pretty good. I like the position over there. You're away from the traffic. I like middle, but this is pretty decent.
This
Let's
is
see what
yet another
happens.
clip proving how hard it's for the drivers to
I like the
spot
camera
bikers.
guys at position. You can swerve left or right, depending on road debris on the right or a car on the left. Oh. So, good job. And this is like one of those training scars that I really want you guys to work on. When the person turns left in front of them, you notice how the rider in front starts putting their foot down. Keep your feet on the pegs. Utilize your brakes. Like, I get the left foot is the shifter, but you're using your right foot and your right hand for the brakes. It's just that when you put your foot down on the left or the right and you need to swerve, you might catch your foot. So keep your feet on the pegs. There's nothing your foot on the ground is going to do. So let's remove that from our natural body response. Like, it's not going to do anything, the foot. I get if you stop really quick and then you start to tilt over, then put your foot down. But great job on both of them for their progressive braking, the emergency braking. They both did it real well. You notice how they maintained their space cushion? So that means this guy right here is paying attention to what's happening up front and is reacting to the car, not waiting for what's happening with the other rider. So they're both riding their own ride. So really good on that. Good on the braking. He rolled off the throttle. There's no horn. Only raises his hand when it's safe. You put him in a new position for safety. So overall, great. And you've noticed they're not speeding. They're not going super fast. Imagine if he were speeding, because it's a beautiful area and you want to do that. If you're speeding, you're not going to be able to stop in time. So this was really good. So great job applying the brakes. So good job with the brakes. The foot, go ahead and keep that on, but that's the only feedback I can give. Focused on the solution and not rev bombing and honking the horn and all that other bull crap that people like to do. So good job. All right, what do we got here? Cannabis Jones. Okay, we're gonna pass probably. We did our own version of open lane pattern. We saw an open lane. We went towards it. We have an intersecting area right here. Somebody's gonna come out because they probably want to get off on the next exit or whatever. Don't know why they did that, but you swerved out of the way. Handled it. Ominous music. It's back in 2018. Makes sense, the camera. All right, here we go. So GPS, like I said, guys, very good to have. Have your phone there. Like I said, Rockform, there's a discount for 20% off on that. This tells you what you need to know. What do we got here? We have a side of the vehicle. Okay, they're taking the first available lane. Not a big deal. We're going to switch lanes. Not a big deal. Moving on. Not a big deal. Okay. I was gonna say we probably wanted to pass. Okay, they want to turn left. Not a big deal. We're kind of stuck. Decent position. If we had to, we could swerve left. I'd rather be off on the right so I can swerve into traffic that is... It's someone doesn't know how to drive. Okay. We're out on a track. We're having fun. We're going to push it to the limit. Maybe low side. Typically happens. Especially when we're pushing our high-speed skills. Yeah, there's the low side. But you notice we're not falling off a cliff. So practice your high-speed maneuvers out on the track. And then you got a guy with a flag over there telling people, hey, slow down. We have somebody that crashed. Okay, we have somebody lane filtering. 3/4 helmet, not recommended. Getting a little angry on a scooter. I don't like that. Oh, you're not supposed to turn left. Whatever. All right, here we go. Running, having fun. Good space cushion.
How dangerous a moment of inattention can be.
Inattention's gonna cause a problem. You're still traveling at a high speed. Oh, got lucky. So you got to pay attention. You notice how the other rider was paying attention?
Attention can be. Fortunately, he managed to get out of it without any harm.
And so he panicked. It looks like he was about to rev bomb. Look, he's gonna grab the left. He's gonna grab the clutch lever, and then he does this, and then he finally realizes he has to apply the brakes. Maybe he downshifted, but slammed that rear brake, and that's why he's fishtailing like that. Yeah.
What a save! Oh my God.
All right, so road debris, not a big deal. We're at intersections, a roundabout. Watch out. Watch out for little grass clippings, I guess. I don't know. Oh, side of the pedestrian. Ooh. Now, the pedestrians didn't see anybody because the bus, but still, they didn't even look left. Okay? They need to be paying attention. It's old ladies. It is what it is. All right, can't see much here. Camera's pretty low quality. We got side of the vehicle right there pulling out. Not a big deal. We're going to keep moving. It's a highly congested area, so we're going to be going slow anyways. See all the traffic. What's up with all the parking? It's like on both sides.
What? Pick a lane. You're going in 2 lanes. 2 lanes you take.
Yeah, if they're in 2 lanes. If they're in 2 lanes, don't get side by side with them. And then we're stalling over here because we're probably in 4th gear going too slow. So just, you can honk in the back. You don't have to get side by side.
Oh, there is a puppy.
Crest of the hill. Okay, we got a little puppy situation here.
Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy.
Probably came from there.
Puppy. Don't hit the puppy. Don't hit the puppy.
Put on your hazard lights to indicate that there might be something going on. Okay. Not a big deal. Can't really chase it. He's going to run faster than you. But thank you guys for joining. This was an interesting lesson in the plan method. So make sure you guys are slowing it down, not slamming those brakes. Do some good progressive braking. Watch out for those sides of the vehicles and watch out for those intersections and open lane patterns, guys. So with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream.